Good afternoon and welcome to Hidden in Gusan. So then, did y'all hear about the rumors? According to a former Sunaka Corp employee, rumors have circulated that a high-tech brain chip is being developed. As stated, the brain chip is similar to the infamous Infra-chip, which was eventually abolished in 2023 due to forms of human rights violations, because the chip actually had the ability to turn people into loyal and controllable robots. Sounds fun, right? However, the current rumors are that Sunaka Corp has reinvented the technology, a chip that can help people with their basic daily activities, including medical attention, payment transactions, transportation, and so on. These chips are set to be injected into one's skull via a neurodisruption machine. As for the reason why they want to go down this road again, the idea of augmentation is simply just part of their agenda. So, to put it bluntly, this might be another infra-chip catastrophe. Or it might just be an additional, highly futuristic aspect that turns Sunaka Corp into a real cybernetics powerhouse.
Is this working? This is Dr. Abel Tamura. It's currently 11:04 a.m. I hope to document the stages of metamorphosis with my genetically modified butterflies. I am responsible for monitoring the butterflies and collecting the silk their caterpillars produce. It's my job to make sure that the butterflies are healthy and happy so that they can lay viable eggs. It's a lot of work, but I love it. Every day is different, and I get to see the butterflies grow and change. It's amazing to watch them transform from eggs into beautiful adults. I've always loved butterflies, even before I started working with them. When I was a kid, I used to catch them and put them into jars, and my mom would get so mad at me because she said they couldn't breathe. But I didn't care. I just wanted to keep them with me all the time so that I could see their wings flutter. After the incident, there weren't many butterflies left. So I decided to try and save as many as possible. That's when I started experimenting on them, trying to create stronger and more resilient strains of butterfly that could withstand the harsh conditions of the world outside the domes. I have observed genetic mutations in some of the butterflies I saved that were exposed to radiation, which provides me with opportunities to study the effects of radiation on genetic material. For example, I was able to create a new strain of butterfly whose caterpillars produce silk with unique tensile strength and hydrophobic properties. I am currently working on a way to mass produce this silk so that it can be used in a variety of applications. Anyway, that's all for today. I should probably get back to work. There's always so much to do and never enough time. I'll talk to you soon.
Good afternoon, Gusan. It's me again. I'm pretty sure you've noticed, but it looks like the city of Gusan is in for a bit of a power outage. I'm currently in my studio working on emergency power. It's not the most ideal situation, but it'll do in a pinch. I have to say, I think we were all expecting this power outage to happen at some point. I mean, Gusan is a pretty technologically advanced city, but I guess even we're not immune to the occasional power outage. At least we have backup power. I'm not sure how long this outage is gonna last, but hopefully it'll be over soon. In the meantime, I'll just have to make do with what I have. We've also received word that the hub will be closed down until the power's back on. But on the bright side, this gives us all a chance to unplug and take a break from the hustle and bustle of city life. Maybe this power outage isn't so bad after all.
Welcome back to my humble lab, everyone. Dr. Abel Tamura here. As you might know, these past few weeks, I have been researching and developing silk from some of the beautiful butterflies I have in my lab. Today, I would like to demonstrate one of the applications of silk for you. However, first, I'd like to give you a quick glimpse of one of the eggs I collected this morning. This particular egg is light green in color with a small circular band of brown spots near the top. The spots are actually quite intricate up close. You can see how they swirl and connect to each other. It's really quite amazing how such a small egg can contain such potential life. I will also turn off the lights so you can see the egg in its natural state. As you can see, there we go. The egg is bioluminescent. It's really quite fascinating how nature has adapted to this new environment. In terms of the silk, I'm happy to report that I have made some progress. The silk is turning out much better than expected, and the results so far have been more than satisfactory. We are still in the early stages of development, but I am confident that with a few more tweaks we should be able to have something very special. I did, however, process some of the cocoons I had laying around to create fabric for some garments I'm working on for my patrons. This is what I created with the silk that came from some of the processed cocoons. It has fascinating properties, such as being waterproof and lightweight, but also being able to retain heat better than garments. Due to the high levels of luciferin present in the butterflies from the incident, the silk from their cocoons emit a faint bioluminescent glow. Even though it's just for leisure wear, the feeling of the silk has a similar impact to that of more expensive executive brands. I have only recently taken up this hobby, yet I feel that my progress has been quite impressive. I am creating a few different versions of these, each one unique and special, but all derived from my own imagination. This is just the foundation, the bare bones of what will eventually become something much greater and more beautiful than it currently is. Oh, you're early.
My dear Abel. It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
This is the latest one. I hope you like it.
Let's see what we have here. Wow. Wow. Now this right here is an impressive improvement from you. I absolutely love it. You continue to excel in such brilliance.
Good morning, Gusan. This is your reporter back with an update on the blackout situation. I'm sure you're all wondering what's going on with the power outage. Well, we're still in the dark on that one. But what we do know is that the people of this city have finally started to come together and help each other out. Since the power went out, there have been a number of impromptu community hubs popping up all over the city. People have been sharing information, resources, and even food and water with each other. There's a real sense of cooperation and community spirit in the air. Of course, there are still some people who are trying to take advantage of the situation, but overall it seems like the people of this city are finally starting to pull together in the face of adversity. And speaking of community, Sanaka Corp has come out and said they're not behind the power outage, despite all the theories and speculation. They're in the dark just like everyone else. But seriously, folks, we don't know what's going on yet. But hopefully with everyone working together, we'll be able to get some answers soon. Stay tuned for more.
Truly, my apologies for temporarily taking on the task of talking to the people of Gusan. Hello, my dear unknowns. I have watched from the shadows for 1 long year to reach the rank of an executive of Gusan. I understand that many of you are disgusted by the thought of executives, and to be fairly clear, I am only of name and title, though I am not as vile nor as ruthless as they may be to those who I consider the strength of this city. That being said, I will fight with you, as it is the only way to overthrow this repulsive and authoritative grasp this despicable and atrocious government has over its people. This is not true justice, and that to me is repulsive. I will not allow such a trivial system of trials and tests of care threaten the fate of such a tempered city any longer. It is time to take action and stand with a tight resolve. This is just a warning, troubled executives of Gusan. Change your treacherous ways, or we will treat you to a tactical delight of turbulent hell, served with troubling treatments of taxation that won't terminate until your title and thirst of being an executive is no more than trashed trivial thoughts of turmoil toxicity in a tale told by children of the towns. The first step to victory is to cut off the head of tyranny, and that shall be done tonight. So rejoice, unknowns. I will turn the tide in your favor, my dear friends. Trust me, for I am T. Oh, and do remember, September, and the 5th of November.
We have an emergency update for our listeners. The hub in the city is open for a little while during the blackout. If you need to get to the hub, now is the time to go. The hub will be open for a limited time and then will close again. Please be careful and stay safe, Gusan.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to my 3rd and final video log. It's been quite the journey. This is merely the first step on a long and convoluted path. However, today, I want to present to you the culmination of my efforts. A collection of prototype shirts created from the special silk. There we go. These have undergone extensive development in order to become a product that anyone may wear. A good first shot for someone who does this as a hobby, right? I'm sure you've also seen my prosthetic arm. Try not to be jealous. I know it's not easy to take your eyes off it. Anyway, I was able to apply some of the techniques I learned from tinkering with my arm. To make what you see here, I used a few of my previous prostheses. Check that out! As you can see, this shirt's arms can genuinely move on their own. The motors I installed in each arm, which enabled them to extend and retract at command, make all of this feasible. It's a fairly cool feature, despite its little imperfections. Strange. I'm sure I'm using the backup power. I'm not sure of what's going on here. No. This is not good.
City of Busan is in for a bit of a power outage. I'm currently in my studio working on emergency power.
This is the Pulse of Gusan.
What's good? It's your girl Diana Martinez bringing you the latest scoop on Gusan. Unfortunately, crime activity in the city has risen by 15% this month alone. Y'all need to stay on your toes and report any sketchy business to the authorities ASAP. In other news, them scientists over at Fusion Tech done messed up and leaked some dangerous gamma rays into the atmosphere. They're building a dome over Gusan to keep us safe, but this ain't no joke. I'll keep you updated on this developing story. Moving on to the corporate world, Sanaka Corp is getting hit with a lawsuit from Nexus Tech over a new chip. These two tech giants are throwing down and will be sure to keep you in the loop on all of the tea. Big companies are looking to invest in Gusan's tech industry, which means good things for our economy and job market. We're on the rise, baby!
Now let's talk about my city, Goosan. We've got everything from the hottest clubs to the best street food. Y'all know how we do it in Goosan. And I gotta give a shout out to the one and only Pulse 102.9 FM, the illest radio station around. We keep it real and bring you the hottest music, the juiciest news, and the liveliest discussions. And last but not least, Simone Finley's out here exploring new opportunities after leaving Nova. Stay tuned next week for our exclusive interview with her on what's next for her and her career.
This is Pulse 102.9 FM, your go-to station for the latest news and entertainment.
And remember, keep feeling the pulse of Goosan.
Infrabot on.
There used to be a time when I was happy and hopeful.